and this is the Anonymous Republic Network. How you guys doing? I'm outside just chilling for now. Um, Thought about maybe just kind of let the hair down for a moment, for a bit, and just talk guys about something here. Now, there's a guy on YouTube. He's brand new. I don't know how long he's been around, but he's funny. We're talking about Tony Chu from LC Signs, and I just like, man, this guy came out of nowhere like a barnstorm did, and so I'm watching this guy, and every response every response he makes is like really funny because it it's the way he responds. Like he'll do that anyways, and then he'll go on and advertise the sign, and I'm like, man, this guy is fucking crafty genius dude, man, And I'm like really sitting back and I'm watching this guy, and it is fucking hilarious, man. Right now it's 10:11 a.m. It's Monday, May 4th. Tomorrow, Cinco de Mayo, which will be tomorrow night on GreyJ.tv. We're going to talk about what's going on with the rise and fall of influencers within the last decade or so, and and the thing is, everything has gone politicized, and during the 2024 election, there were a few influencers out there just trying to touch their try to attract the generation to vote for this person and not Donald Trump. Well, thing is, the rise and fall of the influencer, is like going crappy, like really crappy. Last night and the night before, I talked about the Island Boys, and how they crashed and burned. I mean, like how these two crashed and burned within the last 5 years, and these guys have no idea how to manage money. Okay, these guys are in their 20s, have no way of making money. Period. Besides doing something really fucking stupid to stay irrelevant. Okay, now here's the thing. Here's the issue. Not thing, but issue. Okay, there's been people like that over the years, right? Over the years, that try to make it on social media, right? They want to be YouTube famous, right? They want to be TikTok famous, right? They want to be Instagram famous. But half the time, half the time, it does not go well for them. Like, for example, number one, there's this there's this black kid who went on YouTube, right? Did a video, talk about this big giveaway, right? This big giveaway of PlayStation 4s and 5s, man. 4s at the time, it was 4. And it was in the New York area. It was in the New York area. And so he was out there, and there was hundreds of people out there waiting to get a free PlayStation, right? When he could not produce them, or even one, right? Even one. Hey, Grez, how you doing, man? Hello, hey, cool car. How you doing, man? How you doing? Grez, cool car. Hey, guys. What's up? So when when uh, when this kid cannot produce not even one PlayStation, right? What is Spectrum? Everybody went nuts. Like, what's up, man? Like, Homeboy couldn't produce one fucking PlayStation, dude. There was a riot, and this was a few years ago. Okay, now this was during the COVID end here, and everybody was like pissed. Okay, they were pissed, and so I'm I'm sitting here hearing watching this shit, reading about it. I'm like thinking, okay, this is what's wrong with people today. They announced this big giveaway, right? They announced this big giveaway, right? And all of a sudden, right? Uh, no PlayStation, nothing. But 100 people were out there waiting to get a PlayStation. What happens? Huge riot, man. Like, oh, I would feel sorry for this guy, because not just did he cause a riot, but he pissed off 100 people or more. Like, he cannot even produce not even one PlayStation, not even one. Right? Look, here's some advice for any future dumbass. Right? Before you pull this shit off, make sure you have something to give. Okay? Don't announce it and then all of a sudden go out there and have nothing. Because right in front of you would be tons of people who are about to pummel your dumb ass, man. Okay? You gotta think. Well, find out, like, people like this, they do it for clout. Right? They do it for clout, they do it for this. Like, social media is social media, right? It's social media, man. Yeah. What's YouTube? Social media, right? So you have different content creators from all walks of life, and a very few are influencers, right? Now, when you think about, okay, what's next on the dumbass agenda list for somebody? One thing I would not do is, if I announce something, I want to make sure that I have the thing that I want to deliver. Could be a PlayStation, could be a console, or I mean, for example, tablets. If I announce I'm giving away tablets for the first 10, 20 people, I would have tablets. But the thing is, if I go out there and just say, well, hey guys, what's up? Can I get a free tablet? I didn't bring any. Somebody's going to be pummeling my ass. Black and blue, you know what I'm saying? Thing is, you got to be smart enough to think, okay, if I pull this off, like, what's the what's the pros and cons of being stupid? Oh, very infinitesimal, right? Um, so you got to really think about. Uh, anyways, Tony Chu from LC Signs, LC Signs, the guy from China. Very funny dude, man. I mean, he went after some influencers and shit, and it was funny, you know. Tony Chu from LC Sign out of China. He's on YouTube, and Conservative Vibes. Conservative Vibes did a reaction video on Tony Chu from LC Signs. The dude is fucking funny, man. Like really funny, and I literally laughed my ass off, man. You know, and because you got these dumbasses pretending to act serious, like really, you're gonna sit there like a dumbass and pretend you're serious. It can be anything, man. Anything, dude. You know, anything, man. You know. So I'm watching this and I'm laughing. You got these trans activists, just really fucking stupid, man. You know, look, you're not really trans, okay? You're cross-dressing. You're a female impersonator, okay? Right? What to call you? A female impersonator. Call you a cross-dresser, right? So what's that? Drag queen, for one. Drag queen. That's the old term from back in the day, but it's still being used today. Now, trans men is women wearing men's clothes, right? You're not really men. You're still women with your parts. You're a drag king. You're a male impersonator. Okay, that's it. You can't see that. Why? It's true. Trans is not really a thing anyway. I mean, you just like a woman. You're a female impersonator. You're a cross dresser. You're a drag queen. That's how it goes, right? I'm a woman. No, you're not a woman. You're a dude. You're a dude that's a cross dresser, a female impersonator, and a drag queen. Okay, simple as that. Well, I'm a trans man. No, you're a woman who's a cross dresser, a male impersonator, right? A male impersonator, and a drag king. Okay? And it, I mean, the thing is, there's so much pushing this shit that you gotta stop and think. These these people need to take a time out and think and actually take time out, sit down, and actually think really hard, right? Because you even got boy bands, right? Um, really? You don't know, and these are boy bands who will never ever make it. Okay, and the trends of boy bands is just absolutely extinct, gone, gone, And the way it looks like it's uh, models having a fake music career. Yeah, having a fake music career, and even Tony Chu went after him when they announced themselves. Like, hi, I'm Miss. I'm like, he goes, and VR stops. He goes, "You're gay as fuck. You're gay as fuck." I'm like, what the hell? Tony Chu did not miss a beat. He was right there, and every time he went after that one trend activist, sitting at a restaurant, talking about having his gonads removed, but please get the bag. And then he goes, sir, like, look, here's the thing. Don't say you're a man. You're not a man. Okay? As long as you have the structure of a man, you're still a man, dude. Identify yourself as whatever is. Look, there's two genders. I mean, we all know that shit, okay? So stop. I mean, if there's multiple genders, we have different. The whole world will be overpopulated with people from different genders. Like how do you fuck? By the way, thing. The Native American X is killing me. Hey, what's up, George Coco? Phoenix, how you doing, man? It's pretty much it is. I mean, it's fact, man. I mean, you can't say, well, I'm this, I'm that. No, if you have twigs and berries, you're a dude, okay? It don't matter if you're wearing a dress or fucking tutu. If you have twigs and berries, you're a dude, man, right? As long as you have a hole, look, if you're a chick with set of titties and two holes, hey, you're a chick. Okay? I don't care if you say, well, I'm a trans man. No, you're not. As long as you have a vag and an asshole, hey, you're a chick, dude. You're a chick. You're a male impersonator, you're a cross-dresser, and you're a drag king. Now, I'm a woman. No, you're a man that's cross-dressing, a female impersonator, and a drag queen. Yeah, man, no need to get all this political about, oh, yeah, about our best styles, No, it's common reality is when you make an ass out of yourself and you film it on it, and if you film it and you put it on social media, right? You will get roasted on social media, man, and the internet. Because if you play stupid games, you're going to get stupid prizes, man. Right? You know what I mean? It's fact, man. If you play dumbest games, you're going to get dumbest prizes, man. And Tony Chu, guy from LC Signs, he does pretty good impersonations. Donald Trump, he'll do a Donald Trump impersonation. He'll do. You're the problem. No, I'm not the problem, man. I'm not. The only problem I see is people trying to push a narrative that would never go anywhere. And even if you try, dude, you will get roasted by people on social media. If you make an ass of yourself, you are pretty much going to be roasted, man. And like I mean, you have to really stop and think here, man. You really got to stop and think here, man. So what? Like keeping it hidden? Why? Well, the thing is, I don't know why people do. I don't know why people do weird things and dumb shit. To be honest, because they're doing it. They're doing it, and they have a reason doing it. Which, I mean, I see it. The whole country sees it. The whole world sees it, and the whole world is like, what gives? Like what gives her? Like there's a one chick. She's plus size, and she falls on her bed, and she goes, I don't know what got into me. And by saying that, you pretty much walked into that. When someone responds to that, okay, you have to really stop and think before you actually even say it, because by saying it, you pretty much walked into someone's response like, you came into a lot of food. I mean, you have to really think before saying anything, because pretty much if you say anything or do anything, you're pretty much walking into someone's response that'll pretty much roast you. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Um, there's a lot of people that do response, and it's sarcastic, it's humor, but also it's a Thanos sized nut punch into reality for him. You know what I'm saying? And like me, you know what I'm saying? I see this shit, I read about it, and I'm just like, just shaking my head and wondering, why do people do this stuff? You know what I'm saying? And when you when someone does a response video, see, the thing is, Tony Chu, he'll come out with like he ain't out to put them down or anything. His response is like, boom. Then he'll promote LT Science. Yeah, it's your responsibility, because if you live the way you do, it depends on the factor of how much time you have left to live in the long run. Because heart issues, strokes, um, diabetes, um, the thing is that there is a double-edged sword, right? It's a double-edged sword here, and the reason for that is some of it could be psychological and mental. Not just that, but it's following an ideology that ain't going anywhere. Um, the thing is, chemicals that they're given when they just go through this process can have a side effect, and but also they have a thing called, was it gender dysphoria? Was it gender dysphoria? Yeah. Um, my son, he went through that phase for a little bit, for a while, and he went through that phase. But did he go through it? No. Um, he thought about it. He thought about it for a good long while, but he got it's a phase. It's a phase. My son went through it, and and he thought about taking stuff, taking the medication, and he stopped. He stopped, and he's engaged now. He's engaged now, and I'm a father. I'm a father of a gay son, and my son is the light of my life, the apple of my eye. Good guy, good guy. Um, love him to death. I love my son. I do. I love my son. He's funny. He's funny, but kind of a smart ass. But hey, that's my boy. I love my boy. I can sit here and say that it takes patience for a parent to really take it all in and let it sink in, and realize I love my son no matter what. Okay, um, I love my son no matter what. I do. I defend my son. Okay, I do. I'm proud of my son, and he's very brave, man. I tell you, brave guy, and yeah, true. It can be difficult. It can be, but again, you got to understand that young kids, young kids are targeted because of this. They're young kids. Like schools are interfering in parents, you know, and teachers. Teachers are there to teach. Okay, they're there to teach general education, not to be. So the thing is, let me answer your question there. For the longest time, okay, this goes back to the 60s and 70s. Okay, 60s and 70s. The gay rights movement really started at the same time as feminism. The whole uh, a woman's lib thing happened. Um, there was the LGB, which stands for lesbian, gay, and bi. Right? Trans wasn't the thing until later on. There's never the LGBT. It was the LGB. Now, let me explain why. In the 70s, you had drag queens, right, and drag kings. Drag kings again are women who wear men's clothing, who are male impersonators, and pretty much a drag king. Not really a man, but dressed like a man, clothes. Now, men who, if you think about the uh, look at RuPaul's drag race. RuPaul, he's a drag queen. Is he trans? No, he's a drag queen, and also a female impersonator. One of the famous ones. Now, in the 70s, you had female impersonators, cross dressers, and drag queens, right? And that was a time before even trans came along. Before it became even a term or meaning. And trans, there is no definition. Never was a definition. Um, it's just it's like up with a it's like coming up with a word and a fake meaning. Okay. Now I mentioned both sides here. Now, women who dress like men are male impersonators, cross dressers, and drag kings. Now that's women. Men are cross dressers, female impersonators, and drag queens. So I was born in the late 70s. I was born in '76. That's when disco got really, disco. And you had drag queens. You had, you know, it was a time of the '70s. And then the '80s came around, and that's when the AIDS epidemic happened. Even 40 plus years later, it's still happening. But it's in control now with medication and knowledge and education. So um, there are people that would pretty much fail to tell you, and I mean, if you choose to live a certain lifestyle, that's on you. That's your life, man. That's your life. If you choose to live that life, that's your life. Well, you also got to understand too about mental health. About mental health too. There is a rise in suicides in gay men and trans individuals as well, and it has to do with a lot of mental health too. Um, but I think it has to do, yeah, mental health. This day and age, because how many people have followed that ideology of transgenderism? I mean, you got to understand the mental health aspect of it. Gender dysphoria, body dysphoria. All that stuff. It's all mental health issues. And it's not good. And you need a lot of, I mean, psychology, man. So yes, it is very sensitive. It is. Agree. It is very sensitive, and it needs to be talked about. And again, I'm a father of a gay son who went through that phase for a while, and he changed his mind. And he's engaged, been married. He's engaged. Uh, he's happy. He's happy, and yeah, and he's 27, just turned 27 years old, and so thing is, there's a lot of issues. Again, back in the '70s, man. I mean, before the T came around, it was the LGB, you know, and for the longest time they said homosexuality is a mental disorder until it was proven wrong. It's not a disorder. Um, and it turns out that it was junk science. Anybody that comes out with junk science has no idea what the hell they're talking about. Well, the thing is, you have groups like Queer for Islam. Like, okay, okay, time out, time out, time out, time out. Now, this here, I'm gonna be honest here. Um, you have to really think because if like there's a guy who claim he's a trans whatever he is. He dresses like a Muslim woman. He's a man. And I'm sitting like, uh, th- this like come out. This is completely off rails here, man. Really off rails here. Um, and not just that, you have gays for Islam or queer for Islam. I'm like, um, come out. Do anybody in the gay community understands that if you're gay or a lesbian or bi in the Middle East, things terribly will happen to you. And here's the thing, too, none of them know about the history of the Middle East or Islam. Okay? You have the son of the founder of Hamas roasting a college student and completely annihilate this kid with knowledge because he lived it. He lived it. And his own dad sentenced him to death for betraying Hamas. Whoa. Look, the gay community, the lesbian community, and the bisexual community, they have their rights. Trans, look, they have the right. They have the rights too. But the thing is, you have these completely off the rails, highly hoity-toity religious fanatics like you can't be gay and a Christian. Why? Why? You can't be a lesbian and a Christian. Why? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You have lesbian nuns serving in the convent. You have gay preachers and the Catholic preachers that swore to celibacy. And like you had that one lesbian pastor. Um, what the percentage of people that claim to be trans have mental disorders? I mean, there got to be a huge percentage. I mean, for example, okay, for example, yeah, I agree there. It can be difficult. It can be difficult. Um, I used to be Methodist, baptized Mormon, until I reached the age of reason. You know, you and I are having a really good conversation. Thank you. Thank you. It can be nerve wracking at sometimes, but I mean, life is life. It's their life. But the thing is, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Um, but again, you and I are having a really good conversation. Thank you. I just turned 50 this year, and again, I was born in the late 70s and grew up in the 80s, and a lot of things I've learned over the years. So, yeah, like I mentioned, there's two different interpretations. Again with women, they're male impersonators, cross dressers, and drag kings. With men, again, they're female impersonators, cross dressers, drag queens. And I get people confused when I say that, but the thing is, it's factual. It's fact. Because if you go back and you have men do do like a impersonation of Bette Midler, Betty Davis, Joan Crawford, Lucille Ball, um, who else? Who else? Diana Ross. Uh, there's some that did a impression of Khloe Kardashian, uh, and who else? They did a impersonation of famous actresses during the golden age of Hollywood. There's some that did the Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe. Really good. Really good. Very, very, very talented. Very, very talented. And so they would be considered drag queens and female impersonators and stuff. So they did a impersonation of Peggy Bundy from Married with Children. Yeah, it's best to live your life and not worry about what the media tells you, because we all know that they're controlled through Operation Mockingbird. Um, you're about 5 years younger than my son. 22. I miss being 22. To be honest, But that's okay. That's okay. Um, Again, you and I are having a good conversation, and you know, um, again, I just turned 50, so I was born before the internet. So I actually went to a gay pride parade. My son took me to a gay pride parade, and yeah, pretty cool. Just people being happy, being themselves, and um, I mean, they're happy, just enjoying themselves. Um, they're human. They're human, and just love life, and scratched you. Holy crap! That ain't good. Well, again, they're human. Can't judge them. I mean, it's it's not their style; it's their character. If you go back and look at Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Had a Dream" speech, and it's about the content of character. He was talking about the content of character, not color of your skin or your orientation. It's the character. It's the character, and there's ways like there's ways that even doctors couldn't even like explain. Um, no, there's a lot going on upstairs, and a lot of pressure as well too. Um, it's either you follow us or you're against us, kind of thing. Me again, I'm 50. I would just walk away because to have the top, the higher ground is best to walk away because um yeah, just walk away, man. I mean, you got to really be the bigger person, and then just walk away because it's getting insane, really, honestly. You gotta really think. Um, Again, my son went through that phase for a while. Then he just kind of turned. Wow, that's 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 crazy. That's crazy. Um, it could be scary. You hear about people want to go through with it, then all of a sudden they're like they're afraid, they're scared. What's natural? You're human. Yeah, it is a mess. It's one mental mess. If you look at one of the influencers, Dylan Mulvaney, this whole year of being a girlhood. No, dude, you're a guy. You're a guy who's going through mental malfunctions. You're not really a girl. You're a man, a skinny, thin man. As long as you have your Twix and berries, you're still a dude. It don't matter how it don't matter how much surgery you go through, you're still a guy. You're still a female impersonator, you're a cross dresser, and you're a drag queen. No more than that. you know. And yeah, there is a lot of mental health going on. Uh, Gender dysphoria, body dysphoria, all that stuff. And it is all here. And and it is terrifying, to hear about it, because there's a lot there's high rates of suicide in gay men and transgender individuals, and like it it's really all up here that's malfunctioning, and I wish they get better. I really do. I wish they get better and find some closure because they need that. You my son again went through that for a while. He would sit down and talk to me about it, and I listened. I listened. I let him talk because I know my son had a lot on his chest and on his mind. Really wanted to get out there, and I did. I listened. I listened, and I worry about my son. I worry about him. I'm scared for him, but I'm happy for him. Yeah. I want my son to live a good life, a better life. Just happy, because that's the one thing I want is my son to be happy. But the one thing that does bother me is that you got these so this high religious folk that would falsely preach bullshit, claiming like again for example here, I want to throw out there real quick, a woman out in Kentucky, over a decade ago, all right, Phoenix. Hey, it's great talking to you, my friend. Thank you. There's a lady who worked for the county clerk's office in Kentucky, and she denied a gay couple a marriage license. And ask her why. The Lord told me I can't. I got my order from the Lord. If you work in a local government building, right, where you give out licenses, marriage licenses, and other documents. Hey, Gilbert, man, how you doing, man? What up, brother? And she denied him a marriage license. Really? Then weeks later, she denied a straight couple a marriage license. Time out. Why deny a gay couple a marriage license? And then throw the Lord's name in vain in it. Then weeks later, deny a straight couple a license. When my son's now, this was about 28 years ago. Okay, my son's mom and I, before we got married, the day we got married, we went to the county clerk's office, got a marriage license, got married. Okay, got married. Nothing wrong with that, shit. But the thing is that, like, 28 years later, it's like, okay, well, but this was a few years ago. Years ago, this lady in Kentucky denied a gay couple a marriage license. Then you have Michael Huckabee on live TV bring her out, and she's like this, like, uh, favorite muscle car. Oh, dude, there's three I like. There's three. I gotta go with the '65 Ford Mustang Fastback with the 289. I gotta go with a '61 Studebaker Lark, and third one I gotta go with this one, a 1951 Hudson Hornet. The last one, a 1958 Edsel. Now, Mopar, definitely got to go with a 62 Plymouth Savoy with a Max Wedge 426 Max Wedge 62. Oh, forgot. Pontiac Firebird. Pontiac Firebird. I would say a 68, a 70, and a 77 Firebird. Yeah. Now, truck, I would probably go with the Ford F250 Highboy. A 78 Ford a 78 Ford F250 Highboy, and a 78 Dodge Liberty Express pickup, and a 78 Dodge Midnight Express pickup with the rig stacks in the back, man. V16 or V12? Uh, well, you gotta think. Well, the V16, what was they used the V16 in the old Cadillacs, man. The V16 was used in a Cadillac that Al Capone drove and rode in. It was a Cadillac V16. The V12s were usually in European cars. like a Lambo or Bugatti or Ferrari, maybe. I could be wrong. Um, Out back, outside, I'm outside, I'm back, man. Cup of coffee. Um, but yeah, if if I had one vehicle right now that I wanted to have forever, I would say a checker marathon cab. The box style lasted from 60 to 82, 22 years. It had a Chevy 252 small block V8, made about two. Was it 232? A 252 pushing out 232. And it had a was it a 4 speed or a 3 speed automatic for feel um, Lambo or a shit. I would say I go with the early '70s Lambo, before the gull wing doors and shit like that. I would say more of a '73 or '74 Lambo. Uh, um, yeah, I'm, I might go with a '71 or '72. Was it It's a '71 or '72 De Tomaso Pantera with the Ford 351 Cleveland. Um, uh, I'm a Ford guy. I'm a Ford guy, but I'm also a fan of the classic Datsun pickups. Hellcats are overrated, man. Hellcats are really overrated, honestly. Um, it's overrated, man. Way overrated, brother. I'm more of the old school 427s, 66. Um, yeah. I like the '93 model, the '93 F-150 Lightning, the first gen. I would definitely go for a '63. Was it a '63 Super Champ pickup with the supercharged 289? No more. No, not in blue, but more like in forest green. Forest green. Yeah, forest green with the blacked out rims and grill and bumper with the LED headlights. Oh no, no, the OEM headlights. OEM. with the beige interior. But if I ever went with a good sized truck, it has to be like a 78 uh, F-250 Highboy, long bed, same color, forest green, beige interior, um, camper shell, a nice camper shell, black. Have that overland look on it. That overland look. To me, the best buggy is a Volkswagen Baja. Volkswagen Baja. Damn. Over here, it's 1160, man. Oh shit. Where at? It's 1116 mark time, man. It's 1116 mark time, man. Dude. I'm I'm usually doing this with my hair like this. So I just got out of the shower and I'm like letting it hang here, man. I think the best buggy I think of that Volkswagen should have done back in the day was do like a Samba bus buggy, like that. Okay, for example, the way the Baja Bug is, they should have done that with the Volkswagen Samba bus, man. Tell you what, that'd be fucking badass back there, dude. You know, yeah. Samba bus off road, man. Samba bus off road, dude. Yeah. I've always been a big fan of the Volkswagen Baja, man. Because I tell you what, the engines, in actuality, the engine in the Bug can get about what 600 horsepower minimum. Because Porsche and Volkswagen had the same engine, man. Same engine back in the day. And Porsche was they were making high horsepower, dude. What with a turbo. And I think that Volkswagen can do the same thing. You know, like let's make this Bug into a 500 horsepower off road monster, man. You know, I seen one about what's it 30 plus years. Well, I seen one 35 years ago. Um, and I was like, dude, man, what can you say to a racist? Are you wearing a cup? Why? Nut punch. My balls, my balls, my balls. Do you know Thanos? Thanos who? Thanos these nuts. Boom. Oh, I'm sorry. You look tired. Good night. Oh man, yeah, man. I was like, I was talking about Tony Chu from LC Signs. He, oh yeah, man. Lawn mowing is very therapeutic, man. Very therapeutic. And at the end of the day, you look back, it's like, dude, yeah, I accomplished something. Finished it, accomplished, done. You know. But I'm sitting here thinking, okay, well, what can I do? Like, what what can I do in the yard? You know, do I build um, a garden? Do I build a shed? You know, or do I build something that can really make me happy and have fun? You know. A little bit ago, I was talking to a person named Phoenix, and we're talking about. I also first I was mentioning Tony Chu. What was the first mower? Trimmer. Uh, it was a trimmer mower. It was a Briggs and no, it was a Briggs and Stratton trimmer mower, top of the line, old school. Um, One of the best I've ever used was a Briggs and Stratton. Awesome. Now you got these battery powered mowers now, battery powered and stuff, and uh, back in the day they had these electric weed eaters. Well, nothing wrong with that, my friend. I mean, yeah, it was a battery powered mowers, man. They have now. If you go to Home Depot, you will see they got lawn mowers that are battery powered, and they have one that's about almost 1,000, almost $500, man, $500. And my dad had the same mower for years as a Honda engine shit. You know, Honda's always made good stuff. You know, uh, not perfect, but pretty good. You know, and uh, um, yeah, yeah, they're rechargeable. They are rechargeable. But when I use it, only when I have to, only when I have to, only when I need to do it. But thing is, I mean, I'm old school. Yeah, yeah. Not just cars, but also mowers and generators. Yeah. If I ever wanted a Honda car, honestly, I would go with a early to mid '90s Honda EG, which is a hatchback, um, or a '93 Honda black. Hyundai or Honda? Honda all the way, my friend. I did drive a Hyundai Element during one of my lessons. Awesome car. Those cars can really get up and go, man. Holy shit, dude. Honda Element. Man, dude. Those cars can really get up and go, man. Even for a four cylinder, holy shit, those cars can really get up and go, man. I tell you what, dude. I seen a Honda Civic um, every now and then. It looks like half an egg, but the way it looks like it's like really cool. Um, really cool. And I'm sitting here like I want one like that, but I want it forest green. Um, with like a black hood painted black with a black spoiler on the back. Um, uh, again, blocked out rims, beige interior, or more of a burgundy, burgundy. No, 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 not burgundy, but kind of kind of like a beige interior, seats, dash, everything beige. But depends, depends. But, yeah. Or I would go for a Honda Civic CRX, old school, old school, man. Honda Civic CRX, yeah. Or Prelude, or Prelude. 'Cause because I've also been wanting to go after a Honda Odyssey. Those vans are fucking awesome, man. And I want one. Those vans are nice, man. Real nice, man. My son's mom, she drives a Toyota Sienna, and it's rear wheel drive. Nice car too, man. Like nice van. Like dude, man. But I want to go. I want to get a Honda Odyssey and stuff. So and yeah, custom interior is pretty good. Um, but you gotta have to have the funds format though. Like again, I would have beige interior in my vehicle. As long as a car or van is like forest green, dude, because I love forest green, man. Forest green. My glasses are green tint. Yeah. When I got them, um, I was asked, "What color tint do you want?" There's red. There's orange. Was it orange or red or orange, red or black or green? I said I want green. I got green. So nice man. All right. And I I heard a story about a guy in Africa. He he took a Ford Capri and really modified it, man. And he built the Ford Capri Piranha. Oh man, with a Ford V8, dude, 300 horsepower. Holy crap! There's a lot of popular vehicles in Africa. Ford has a few up there. Toyota, Land Rover. Was it Land Rover? Toyota has the Land Cruiser. Oh, dude, man, and a lot of nice trucks, man. Nice trucks, man. Um, I've always been a big fan of the old school Land Rover trucks, like the Series 3 and Series 2. Oh, dude. Oh, man. I want to get one and drive it in the States. Right hand drive. Oh, man. Thanks, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Reverend Ordo, and I want to thank you guys for watching. And this has been the Anonymous Republic Network. If you guys are new to this channel, like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification, and always live healthy, happy, and wise. Love you guys. Peace out. Godspeed. Buddha bless.